Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is a beautiful day to dive into the absolute madness that is currently unfolding on our favorite soap. Grab a huge cup of coffee because we have a lot of ground to cover today, and trust me, you are going to need it. Let's get right into the mess. So let's just get right into it because my head is absolutely spinning from what just went down. And honestly, I've been staring at my screen for hours trying to process this. We all knew the fallout from Hope defecting to Logan Creations was going to be massive. We knew Brooke was going to lose her mind, and we knew Steffy was going to go on a warpath. But I don't think any of us, and I mean literally none of us, saw this specific twist coming. Hope fainted. We saw her hit the floor at the Logan office, completely unconscious. And the panic that set in was real. Liam finding her there, just lifeless on the floor after that horrific, screaming confrontation with Brooke. I mean, Brooke literally disowned Katie, smashed a monitor, and kicked Hope out of the cabin. The stress was off the charts. So Liam is frantically calling 911. He's screaming for help. He's probably crying because, it's Liam. The pacing, the hands in the hair, the wide eyes. We know the drill. But here is where the story just takes a wild, sharp left turn into Crazy Town. They rush Hope to the emergency room, and who is the doctor on call? Who is the attending physician that rushes into the room to save the day? John Finnegan, Finn, because of course it is. Because in Los Angeles, there is apparently only one doctor who treats every single person in this entire fictional universe. I mean, honestly, what are the odds? But whatever, we roll with it. That's soap logic for you. So Finn rushes in and he's checking her vitals and things are bad. Really bad. Hope's blood pressure is absolutely through the roof. She is in a critical state. And Finn, being the good, dedicated doctor that he is, runs a full battery of tests to figure out why a healthy young woman just collapsed like a sack of potatoes. And then the test results come back. Boom, pregnant. Hope Logan Spencer is pregnant. Let that sink in for a second. Hope is pregnant. And Liam is the father, obviously, but this should be a moment of joy, right? A new baby, a new start. But no, because this is the bold and the beautiful, and nobody is allowed to just be happy. The diagnosis isn't just pregnancy, it's severe preeclampsia. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's terrifying. I actually had to look it up to be sure, but it means her blood pressure is dangerously high, and it poses a massive, life-threatening risk to both Hope and the unborn baby. The stress of the fashion show, the stress of the corporate war, the stress of her own mother screaming at her and evicting her. It all compounded. It literally pushed her body to the breaking point. Her health is severely threatened right now. She could die. The baby could die. It is a full-blown medical emergency. And Finn is standing there, holding this chart, looking at the test results, and you can just see the color drain from his face. Because Finn isn't just a doctor, he is Steffy's husband. Let's zoom out and talk about Steffy for a second. Steffy is currently operating on pure, unadulterated rage. She is furious. She views Hope as a traitor. Hope defected to Logan, stole the spotlight from Eric's haute couture show, and humiliated Forrester Creations on a global scale. Steffy hates Hope right now, like deep, visceral hatred. And she has made it abundantly, crystal clear to Finn that he is to stay away from the Logans. She literally ordered him to keep an absolute distance from that entire family. She drew a line in the sand. You are with me, or you are with them. So now Finn is trapped. He is stuck in the most impossible dilemma ever. On one hand, he took an oath, medical ethics, do no harm. He is a doctor first and foremost, and he has a critically ill pregnant woman in front of him who desperately needs his specialized care to survive this preeclampsia. He can't just abandon a patient. It goes against everything he stands for as a medical professional. But on the other hand, his wife, Steffy, the woman who will absolutely scorch the earth if she finds out he is anywhere near Hope Logan. What is Finn supposed to do? Honestly, what were the writers thinking putting him in this position again? Why doesn't he just hand the chart to another doctor, page someone else, give the case to a random nurse? But no, Finn decides he has to be the one to treat her. He has to save Hope. So Finn is secretly treating Hope. He is sneaking around the hospital, checking her monitors, adjusting her blood pressure medications, having these hushed, frantic whispers with Liam in the hallways. He is hiding this massive, life-or-death secret from his wife. And you guys, we have to talk about the state of the Sin marriage right now. Because it is already hanging by a thread, a very, very thin, fraying thread. Let's not forget the Sheila Carter of it all. Finn just recently made the catastrophic mistake of listening to Sheila. Sheila dropped to her knees, cried some fake tears, and Finn actually bought it. He promised to ask Steffy to give Sheila another chance. He thinks his psychopathic birth mother has changed. So the marriage is already a ticking time bomb. Steffy's PTSD is flaring up. She is stressed about the company, and she is terrified of Sheila. And now Finn is adding this to the pile, secretly treating the enemy. If Steffy finds out, and let's be real, she will find out. She always finds out. Someone will see something. Charlie will look at a security camera. Steffy will march into the hospital to bring Finn lunch and catch him holding Hope's hand while checking her pulse. It is inevitable. And when Steffy finds out, it won't just be an argument. It will be the end, the absolute end. The user notes make this so incredibly clear. If Steffy discovers that Finn is protecting the seat of her enemy, she will terminate the marriage immediately, without a second thought. The seed of the enemy. That phrasing is so dark, but it is exactly how Steffy will view this baby. Steffy won't see an innocent unborn child. She will see another Logan. Another piece of the legacy that has tormented her family for decades. The generational trauma between the Forresters and the Logans is so deep. Taylor versus Brooke, Steffy versus Hope, Kelly and Hayes versus Beth, and now this new baby. It is an endless, vicious cycle. And Steffy is so blinded by her current rage over the fashion show betrayal that she has zero empathy left in her heart for Hope. None. So Finn is literally risking his entire family, his entire marriage, for a medical oath. And maybe I'm being too harsh on Finn. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. He is a doctor. He has to save lives, but why does he always have to be the martyr? Why does he always lie to Steffy? It's the sneaking around that destroys the trust. If he just went to Steffy and said, "Look, Hope is in she has preeclampsia. I have to treat her," maybe Steffy would yell, but at least he wouldn't be lying. But no, Finn chooses to lie. Finn chooses to hide it. Just like he hides his feelings about Sheila. And Liam. Oh, Liam. Liam is stuck in the middle of this too. He has to rely on Finn, the husband of his ex-wife, to save his current wife and his unborn child. The dynamic is just so messy. Liam is probably terrified. Preeclampsia is no joke. Hope is lying in that hospital bed, her life hanging in the balance, and Liam is entirely dependent on Finn keeping his mouth shut and doing his job. Liam knows that if Steffy finds out, she might try to have Finn removed from the case or cause a scene at the hospital that would spike Hope's blood pressure even more. So Liam is complicit in this massive lie too. Honestly, I am so tired of the secrets, but I can't look away. It's like a train wreck in slow motion. Let's talk about the fans on social media. People are losing their minds over this. I was scrolling through the forums last night, and half the fandom is screaming that Finn is a hero for putting his medical ethics above his wife's petty corporate feud. And the other half is screaming that Finn is a massive traitor who deserves to be dumped because he constantly disrespects Steffy's boundaries. And where is Brooke in all of this? Brooke just disowned Katie and kicked Hope out. Brooke caused this. Brooke's screaming match is what pushed Hope's blood pressure over the edge. When Brooke finds out that Hope is in the hospital, critically ill with preeclampsia, the guilt is going to absolutely crush her. Or will it? Will Brooke blame Katie? Will she blame Steffy? Brooke never really takes accountability, so she will probably find a way to blame the Forresters for putting too much stress on Hope in the first place. But back to Finn and Steffy. What were the writers thinking? They have spent years building up the sin romance. Finn was supposed to be the safe guy, the guy who wasn't Liam, the guy who wouldn't waffle between two women. And sure, he isn't romantically waffling with Hope, but he is emotionally prioritizing her needs over his wife's explicit demands. Steffy told him, point blank, stay away from the Logans. And Finn is literally keeping a Logan alive, protecting the Logan bloodline, nurturing the seed of the woman Steffy currently despises more than anyone else on Earth except maybe Sheila. It is going to explode. The fallout is going to be apocalyptic. Imagine the scene. Steffy walks into the hospital room. The monitors are beeping. The lights are low. Hope is asleep, looking pale and fragile. Liam is sitting in the corner, holding his head in his hands. And Finn is standing over the bed, writing on the chart, looking at the ultrasound monitor. Steffy's jaw will drop. The betrayal will wash over her face. She won't even yell at first. It will be that terrifying, quiet Steffy rage. The kind of rage where her voice gets really low and cold. She will look at Finn and just say, "What are you doing?" And Finn will stutter. He will try to explain. Steffy, she's sick. It's preeclampsia. I had too. And Steffy will just shake her head. She won't care about the medical ethics. She won't care about the Hippocratic Oath. She will only see that her husband lied to her again. First with Sheila, now with Hope. She will look at him and say, "We're done." And honestly, I might be on Steffy's side this time. I mean, I know Finn has to be a doctor, but the lying is just toxic. A marriage cannot survive this many massive, foundational lies. Steffy has been traumatized by Sheila. She has been betrayed by Hope in the business world, and now her husband is secretly working for the enemy. It is too much for one person to take. And what does this mean for the baby? If Hope survives this, and let's assume she does, because they wouldn't kill off Hope Logan, this baby is going to be born into a war zone. The Forrester versus Logan war is at an all-time high. Ridge has declared all-out war on the Spencers. Eric is furious. Brooke is furious. And now there is a new Spencer-Logan baby on the way, saved by a Finnegan. The tangled web of these families is just absurd. I keep thinking about Finn's psychology in all of this. Why is he so drawn to fixing broken people at the expense of his own peace? He wants to fix Sheila to believe she is a good person deep down. He wants to fix Hope to save her life when she is vulnerable. He has this massive savior complex. But his savior complex is actively destroying his own life. He is so busy saving everyone else that he is letting his own marriage burn to the ground. And Steffy doesn't want a savior. Steffy wants a partner. A loyal, unwavering partner who puts her first. And Finn is proving, time and time again, that he will put his own moral compass, his own desire to heal, above Steffy's need for safety and loyalty. It is a fundamental incompatibility, and this preeclampsia storyline is the catalyst that is going to blow it all wide open. I am honestly exhausted just thinking about how many episodes they are going to drag this out for. We are probably going to get 3 solid weeks of Finn looking sweaty and nervous in the hospital hallways. 3 weeks of Liam begging Finn not to tell Steffy. 3 weeks of Steffy ranting in the CEO office about how much she hates Hope, while Finn stands there awkwardly, gulping and looking at the floor. It's going to be clunky. It's going to be repetitive, but you know what? We are going to watch every single second of it, because that is what we do. So, what do you guys think? Is Finn justified in hiding this from Steffy to protect his patient? Or is Steffy right to demand absolute loyalty from her husband in the middle of a corporate and family war? Will Hope and the baby survive the preeclampsia? And how long do we really think Finn can keep this massive secret before the truth comes out and destroys his marriage forever? Drop your thoughts, your rants, and your predictions in the comments. I need to know I am not the only one losing my mind over this storyline. Until next time, keep watching, keep venting, and I will see you guys in the next update.